Live from Charlotte, this is WBTV News on your side.
The family never forgot, and we never forgot. Over the years we've worked this case.
Breaking news at noon, 39 years later, a cold case solved here in Charlotte. We're live with how police pieced together this decades-old homicide leading to an arrest in South Carolina.
Comfortable and warm for today with big changes ahead for the weekend. Your first alert forecast next.
Fort Mill police are warning people in the area to not use a specific mail drop-off box. The advice they have so your mail isn't stolen. But first, this breaking news right now. 2 deputies have been charged with crimes for their actions during a violent arrest, first uncovered by a WBTV investigation. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm John Carter.
I'm Abby Tedros. Take a look at this video from when that arrest happened in late May last year. This is in Lincoln County, and in the video you see then Lincoln County Deputy Tyler Thompson punching the suspect in the face multiple times. Later, after the suspect is in handcuffs, LCSO Sergeant Joe Sutton arrives on the scene and chokes the suspect, whose hands are cuffed behind his back. Today, agents with the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation charge both Thompson and Sutton for the force they use in that arrest. The charges were filed just a short time ago. Chief Investigative Reporter Nick Oxner is reviewing this new information and will have the latest coming up on WBTV News at 6 o'clock. Now to a break in a decades-old cold case. A Charlotte mother and her special needs son killed in 1984.
Now, almost 40 years later, police say DNA evidence has led to an arrest. And WBTV's Faith Alford is live outside Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Headquarters for us. And Faith, you heard from the detectives, so what are they telling you?
John and Abby, well, they're saying that DNA technology led to an arrest being made in this case, and it's been 39 years. Now, Sarah and her son were murdered inside of a home in the Hidden Valley neighborhood. Again, this happened almost 4 decades ago. Today, Captain Joel McNelly says their family is breathing a sigh of relief because of this arrest. 61-year-old James Pratt was taken into custody in South Carolina last week, and he has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Right now, a motive for the murders is unclear, but police say Pratt and Mobley Hall knew each other and were friendly. After years of no breaks in the case, 3 weeks ago, CMPD's cold case unit was able to submit DNA from the crime scene to a genealogy testing lab, and they found a match. The FBI also worked alongside officers to solve this case. CMPD says this is only the beginning. They are planning to use this lab testing to solve even more cold cases.
I mean, we're just on the front end of all this. It's only going to get better, and you know, I can say there's a lot of bad people that have done a lot of bad things that are probably a little concerned right now.
CMPD Chief Jennings also worked on this case decades ago when he was a detective, and we're told he's elated with the progress of the cold case unit and what they're making. And the cold case unit says they want to continue solving cases because they have not forgotten about these families, and they want to make sure that they get the justice they deserve. Live in Uptown Charlotte, Faith Alford, WBTV, on your side.
Big update in that cold case. Faith, thank you. Now we have new information at noon. A man undergoing a mental health evaluation after a standoff with police earlier this morning. We first brought the story to you as breaking news.
Yeah, that standoff shut down traffic in a portion of Mint Hill for multiple hours. Well, WBTV morning anchor Alex Giles joining us live here in the studio with more information about that incident. Alex?
Yeah, John, Abby, there was a big law enforcement response to all of this. I want to show you exactly where it happened on the map we have here. That standoff took place near I-485 at Lawyers Road in the community of Mint Hill. At one point, both the inner and outer loops on 485 were shut down because of this. Now, Pineville police are saying this incident all started around 1 a.m. in Pineville. Officers were called out for a report of a suspicious vehicle at the Black Lion parking lot off Park Road in Pineville. Police say the man drove off when he was approached and started driving erratically. They say they tried to conduct a traffic stop, but the driver took off, fled from the officers, and ended up hitting one of their patrol cars twice. That chase ended in Mint Hill when Pineville police had their special response team come out. and that person was removed from the vehicle that they had been in. Now, shortly after 5 a.m., both the inner and outer loops on 485 were able to reopen when they cleared the scene out of there. That man, again, was taken to Atrium Health Pineville for a mental health evaluation. Police say criminal charges are pending right now. Back to you.
All right, let's start now to your certified most accurate forecast. We want to give you a live look from the Freedom Boat Club on Lake Norman. And boy, not such a bad looking day here in the Queen City. And how about this? We're going to get into the 70s again today, Abby.
You're going to want to enjoy it while you can, though. We do have some big changes to talk about. That's why I'm in the First Alert Weather Center with meteorologist Becca Birdsall. And this is specific to the weekend. We've got some First Alert weather days on tap.
Yeah, big changes ahead. It's been such a nice and dry week, but all good things have to come to an end, right? We're talking rain and cooler temperatures as we head through the next couple of days. So for today, lots of cloud cover, high temperatures in the 70s, but notice temperatures will be on the drop off as we head towards this weekend. So Friday, 60s, wet, Saturday, 50s and wet, and Sunday, yep, you guessed it, will be in the 40s as well. So this is what we're looking at right now. Big picture, satellite and radar. We've got a cold front starting to move across the region, and this is going to bring us the chance for a few showers, especially later on tonight. But looking right now on our First Alert radar network, really not seeing anything. Lots of clouds though out there if you step out the door, but better rain chances coming Friday and into this weekend. Those are our next First Alert weather days. I'll detail what you can expect for this weekend coming up. For now, town of Matthews, it is cloudy, warm, and breezy out there. Temperatures are starting to warm up into the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. Look at that. Lancaster 70, Chesterfield currently 72. We do have a strong breeze out there, and we'll continue to see that for the rest of the day. Again, with more changes on the way for the next few days. I've got that forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Becca. New at noon, a bonus of sorts for Charlotte FC fans. The team's hosting a friendly match here in Charlotte this weekend. You may say, wait a minute. The match was originally supposed to be held in Charleston Saturday, but due to the threat of bad weather, the clubs decided to move the match here to Charlotte. Now, it's going to be at 3 o'clock, Bank of America Stadium, Saturday. Now, as we just heard, we're expecting our own chances of rain, maybe even snow this weekend. Still, get this, tickets are free on a limited basis with priority for those who bought tickets to the Charleston match, with the remaining allotment for season ticket holders. Now, the club says it will release more details on tickets later today.
On to a developing story that we're following. A Charlotte and Mecklenburg schools employees behind bars accused of inappropriately touching a student.
Yeah, we learned the CMPD school resource officer for Wilson STEM Academy notified the Crimes Against Children detectives Tuesday afternoon. Detectives then interviewed David Lucas and charged him with indecent liberties with a child and first-degree kidnapping. CMS says he works as a family engagement advocate at Wilson STEM Academy. In a statement, the district says Lucas was suspended with pay pending an investigation. Lucas was in court this morning on those charges. We are working right now to learn what came out of that court appearance.
Time right now is 12:07, and happening right now, more testimony in the double murder trial of Alec Murdaugh in South Carolina. He's accused of killing his wife and his youngest son. So let's show you this live look inside that Colleton County courtroom. One of Murdaugh's closest friends, attorney Chris Wilson, took the stand when court reconvened this morning. He testified that Murdaugh told him he had a drug problem for about 20 years and confessed that he had also been stealing money. Defense attorneys made several objections during this testimony, arguing that much of the testimony was hearsay. Later today, an FBI analyst is expected to take the stand. That analyst helped download data off of Murdaugh's Chevy Suburban when he was driving on the night of June 2021, specifically the murders. Now, we will have more updates throughout the day. You can also watch this trial live wherever you stream us. Meantime, people in Fort Mill have been targeted by mail thieves. It's a story that we have been telling you about for more than a year now.
Yeah, the police department there says it's a specific mailbox that thieves are targeting. And our Mary Calkins is live outside the post office where this is all happening. Good afternoon, Mary. So what do we know? What should we be doing here?
Yes, absolutely. Good afternoon, John and Abby. Now, inspectors with USPS say these are the blue mailboxes that thieves have been targeting for some time now. This is just outside the post office here on Tom Hall Street in Fort Mill. Now, investigators say thieves are specifically targeting this location, these blue mailboxes, looking for things like money and checks. Now, we first brought you this story when we spoke with Fort Mill police about this issue in 2017. Then more issues started up again last summer. Now, officers told us in July July, a person had gotten a hold of a master key that only mail carriers are supposed to have. Leaders with the USPS also told us then that postal carriers are trained to prevent mail theft. But last July, the Postal Police Officer Association president told us sometimes it's just too easy for thieves to get a hold of those keys.
It's a major problem. These arrow keys are all over. We no longer can patrol carrier routes. So the carriers are out there like sitting ducks.
Now, if this is your closest post office, Fort Mill Police is offering this advice. Officers say you should get out of your car and go inside the lobby and use the drop boxes there. They say they're open 24 hours and are monitored. You should also avoid putting money or checks into these blue boxes. Instead, make sure they are handed directly to a postal worker. Now, detectives say this is an ongoing investigation, but they ask if you know anything or have seen anything suspicious, give them a call. That number is on your screen. Live in Fort Mill, Mary Calkins, WBTV, on your side.
Well, U.S. officials say that balloon is 100% not civilian and part of a broader Chinese military spy operation. Lawmakers prepare to investigate the infamous Chinese spy balloon that flew over our heads just a few days ago.
Today is the final day for NBA teams to lock in their trades. We take a look at what big deals are going on right now and what it could mean for the Hornets.